Chapter 9. Bumble meets Mr. Brownlow. Mr. Bumble arrived in London on business. After dinner he sat down, drew his chair to the fire and took the newspaper. The very first paragraph upon which Mr. Bumble's eyes rested was the following advertisement. 5 guineas reward. A young boy named Oliver Twist left his home at Pentonville last Thursday evening and has not since been heard of. The above award will be paid to any person who will give any information about the said Oliver Twist or throw any light upon his previous history. And then followed a full description of Oliver's dress, person, appearance, and disappearance, with the name and address of Mr. Brownlow. Mr. Bumble read the advertisement slowly and carefully 3 times, and in 5 minutes was on his way to Pentonville. "Is Mr. Brownlow at home?" inquired Mr. Bumble of the girl who opened the door. He was immediately shown into the little room where sat Mr. Brownlow and his friend Mr. Grimwig. Mr. Brownlow said with a little impatience, "Now, sir, you read the advertisement, didn't you?" "Yes, sir," said Mr. Bumble. "And you are a beadle, aren't you?" inquired Mr. Grimwig. "I am a beadle, gentleman," answered Mr. Bumble proudly. "Do you know where this poor boy is now?" "No," replied Mr. Bumble. "Well, what do you know of him?" inquired the old gentleman. "Speak out, my friend, if you have anything to say. What do you know of him?" "You don't happen to know any good of him, do you?" said Mr. Grimwig. Mr. Bumble, catching at the inquiry very quickly, shook his head. "You see," said Mr. Grimwig, looking triumphantly at Mr. Brownlow. Mr. Brownlow looked at Mr. Bumble and requested him to say what he knew regarding Oliver. Mr. Bumble said that Oliver was a boy born of low and vicious parents, that from his birth he displayed no better qualities than treachery, ingratitude, and malice, that he ended his brief career in the place of his birth by making an attack on the undertaker's apprentice and running away in the night time from his master's house. "I fear it is all too true," said Mr. Brownlow sorrowfully, and then he added that he would gladly give the beadle treble the money if Mr. Bumble had any favorable information about the boy. Of course, Mr. Bumble could give very different coloring to his little story, but it was too late to do it now, so he shook his head gravely and, pocketing the 5 guineas, withdrew. Mr. Brownlow paced the room to and from for some minutes. At length he stopped and rang the bell violently. "Mrs. Bedwin," said Mr. Brownlow, when the housekeeper appeared, "that boy, Oliver, is an impostor." "It can't be, sir. It cannot be," said the old lady energetically. "I tell you he is," retorted the old gentleman. "What do you mean by can't be? We have just heard a full account of him from his birth, and he has been a little villain all his life." "I never will believe it, sir," replied the old lady firmly. "Never. He was a dear, grateful, gentle child, sir," retorted Mrs. Bedwin indignantly. "I know what children are, sir, and I have done this 40 years, and people who can't say the same." "Silence," said the old man. "Never let me hear the boy's name again. Never. Never on any pretence, mind. You may leave the room, Mrs. Bedwin." It was a chill, damp, windy night. Fagin went out from his den. It was raining. He hurried through several alleys and streets, and at length turned into one lighted only by a single lamp. He knocked at one of the doors. A dog growled as he touched the handle of a room door, and a man's voice demanded who was there. "Only me, Bill, only me, my dear," said the old man, looking in. "Fagin, you must find us a boy. I want a boy, and he mustn't be a big one," said Mr. Sikes. "Oliver is the boy for you, my dear," replied Fagin in a hoarse whisper, grinning frightfully. "And he will do everything you want, Bill, my dear," added Fagin, "if you frighten him enough. I've thought of it all. Once let him feel that he is one of us. Once fill his mind with the idea that he has been a thief, and he's ours." "When is it to be done?" asked Nancy. "I planned with Toby the night after tomorrow," rejoined Sikes. "Good," said the old man. Sikes nodded. "You'd better bring the boy here tomorrow night. Then you hold your tongue, and that's all you have to do." After some discussion, in which all three took an active part, it was decided that Nancy would go to Fagin's place next evening and bring Oliver. "Good night," said the old man, and went back to his place, where the Dodger was sitting up impatiently waiting his return. "Is Oliver in bed?" "I want to speak to him," was his first remark as Fagin returned back. "Here he is," replied the Dodger. The boy was lying asleep on a rude bed upon the floor, so pale with anxiety and sadness. "Not now," said the old man, turning softly away. "Tomorrow, tomorrow."